GameStop Cup Series new show that we have here. We mentioned this on Facebook a few days ago that we'll be having a new show. So here we go. This will be going through everything that's happened in the past week of the GameStop Cup Series, and we'll just be going through some different things. So first off, Casey Kane wins the Thompson race. He led only one lap. That was the most important lap. Some big names are outside looking in the chase in the top 20. We'll review the race from Thompson, preview the race of Richmond, do a chase format, and points going into Richmond. So without further ado, if you have not already watched the stop motion video, here's what happened here in today's Thompson race. Denny Hamlin and Tanner McDougal started the field from the green flag. On lap number 4, AJ Allmendinger got spun by Casey Kane and takes Kyle Larson and Jeremy DeCourcy with them. Hamlin misses a shift on the restart and stacks up the field on the inside lane, which led to a big wreck in turn number 1 and 2, bringing out the yellow flag. Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth, the Busch brothers, and Martin Truex Jr. were all involved. Lap number 8, Tanner McDougal makes contact with Paul Menard, that sends Paul Menard into the inside wall, bringing out the caution flag and setting up for a green-white checkered restart. Denny Hamlin and Jimmy Johnson were the drivers to bring the field back to green. On attempt number 1, the white flag came out and they headed into turn number 1 and 2. Denny Hamlin dive bombed turn number 1 onto McDougal, and Hamlin got loose coming off of turn number 2, came down, got into Carl Edwards, and McDougal saved it coming off of turn number 2, came up, got into Jimmy Johnson, and those two got into it in turn number 3 and collected a bunch of cars. And Casey Kane, from starting in the 19th position, he ended up winning over Jeff Gordon as a drag race down the front straightaway and won by a half a car length. So congratulations to Casey Kane as he takes home the win. So here is your finishing results from Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. First was Casey Kane, second Jeff Gordon, third Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart, and Austin Dillon round out the top 5. Brad Keselowski, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Clint Bowyer, Greg Biffle, and Brian Scott rounds out the top 10. Danica Patrick finished 11th. 12th was Eric Almirola. 13th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 14th, Sam Hornish Jr. 15th, Alex Bowman. 16th, Michael Annett. 17th, Tyler Williams. 18th, David Reagan. 19th, Brett Moffitt. And then 20th was Justin Allgaier. 21st was Ryan Blaney. 22nd was Trevor Bayne. 23rd, Conor McDougal, and 24th was David Gilliland. Brendan Gaughan finished 25th, and the rest of the field was out of the race due to wrecks. Jamie McMurray in the number 20 was in 26th, 27th, Tanner McDougal, 28th, Jimmy Johnson, 29th, Carl Edwards, and then 30th was Denny Hamlin. 31st was Paul Menard, 32nd, Kurt Busch, 33rd, Martin Truex Jr., 34th, Kyle Busch, 35th, Matt Kenseth, 36th, Joey Logano, 37th, Kevin Harvick, 38th, Jeremy DeCourcy, 39th, Kyle Larson, and in 40th position today was AJ Allmendinger. So here are your points heading into Richmond. Tony Stewart has the point lead with 1,124 points over Jeff Gordon, as he leads Gordon by only 3 markers. Chan McDougal sits in the 3rd position, 12 markers back. 4th is Clint Bowyer, only 17 back, along with Dale Earnhardt Jr. In 6th position, we have Kevin Harvick, only 26 points back. Casey Kane with 26 points back as well. Jeremy DeCourcy in the 8th position, 44 points back. And Martin Truex Jr. with 48 points back in the 9th position. And in 10th is Brad Keselowski, 51 points behind. 11th is Greg Biffle, 59 points behind. Kyle Busch in 12th, 60 points behind. Trevor Bayne, 13th, with 64 points behind. Jamie McMurray, 65 points behind. And 14th and 15th, Danica Patrick, 68 points behind. And Denny Hamlin in 16th, only 80 points behind. Then we have Eric Almirola, 86 points behind in 17th. 18th, Joey Logano, only 93 points out of it. And Sam Hornish Jr. in 9th position. And Kurt Busch, 94 points behind. So that's how everything went down with the race results and points, as we'll head into Richmond here this week. 32 machines will start at Richmond, and so far that's going to be the big announcement. It will be that Mike Douglas Jr. takes over the McCorsey Racing number 73. Um, so now we're going to go into a little bit of what's going to be happening in the chase after Richmond. We'll be going to a race of chasers at Route 105 Raceway. The top 20 in points will be in that event, and the top 16, everybody that finishes in the top 16, will be the 16 chasers to try to make their way into the championship race at Geico Dirt Raceway. So after every race in the chase, the two lowest finishing drivers, they will be eliminated from the chase. So let's say if Jeff Gordon and Kyle Busch are the two lowest drivers of the chase drivers, they will be eliminated and they will no longer be able to race for the championship. All Richmond decides is who will be the top 20 points. So the big fight really is from about 15th place on back, because they're all very equal in that area. So if you can, I think from 7th up to the first position to Tony Stewart, back to Casey Kane, there's only a 26-point separation there. I think if you're in that top 7, you'll be fine to make it to Route 105 Raceway to race your way into the chase, so they can be able to have a shot at winning the championship in season number 4. As I said before, this will be our final year doing stop motions and whatnot. We will definitely have some other stop motions that we'll be doing on and off, but nothing like doing actual chases or whatnot. Not racing for points or anything, just for having fun. And yeah, that's about it. So please be sure to subscribe, and love to see you guys' reviews and whatnot, and help me out with this series a little bit, so I can have a strong ending to this season. As this weekend, I hope to get the Richmond race up, which I'm working on right now. The NASCAR Xfinity Series is taking this weekend off. We're only doing a 10 race season, so we're taking this weekend off, and we'll be back next weekend. So I want to thank you guys very much for listening in, and we'll talk to you guys later.